Hey everybody, it is me, Juliet, your Scorpion goddess, and I'm going to break down the tarot of the week, see what the cards have in store for us, and this is from August 29th to September 4th, so stay tuned. Hey everyone, it's me, Juliet, the Scorpion goddess, and this is my third time trying to get this down because Mercury is definitely in Gatorade. So listen, Tarot of the Week is going to be its own show once again, so I'm bringing that back today. So this is just the tarot reading. If you want to know the astrology forecast, it'll be a monthly breakdown, so I will have September up before September 1st starts, so we will be able to know, what's up with the planets alone, and then Tarot of the Week will be a weekly video. They'll be a lot shorter than the combined astrology weekly breakdown mixed in. So I'm trying this out, see how you guys respond to it, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. I'm so close to getting this channel monetized, and I'm very excited. So if you haven't hit subscribe yet, definitely do. Share this with someone who is interested in this stuff and, really helps get these messages out to other people. Now, I did do the Virgo season predictions on Instagram and TikTok, so if you guys want to see what those are, I did it based on the elements. Definitely check it out. I gotta say, I had one thing definitely come true for me. For the Earth sign readings, because I'm an Earth rising, I did it based on your Sun or rising. So Earth risings, one of the things I saw was like, look out, be careful of sharp objects, and I got stung by a bee today when I was going for a run. And this is kind of funny because it's like Mars and Gemini, it can bring in some accidents happening, and so it wasn't anything serious, but I got stung like right in my boob as I was running, and I don't even go for runs. This is my first time doing it at that, okay? And I was like, this is what I get for going for a run. And the reason why I was doing that, because I was like, what am I supposed to do? My kids just started back at school. What am I going to do with myself? And I got stung by a friggin' bee. That's what happened. But anyways, so what we're going to do is break down, see what Spirit has in store for us for this week. So this is a collective reading, so take what resonates, leave what does not, and make sure you hit like on this video because it helps boost out as well. YouTube will see, oh, people like this video, so hit like. It really helps. All right, so what's going on with this week for everybody? I want to know for the collective. What are some messages that we need to know right now? We have the Emperor. The Emperor starting out strong. So it looks like this week is going to be about, I'm seeing stepping. I always say stepping. I want to stop using the same words because I don't want to sound like, repetitive. But it looks like we're getting into new passion projects and opportunities and options happening, and it looks like we're leveling up to be in charge of what we're doing. We need to go with what makes our heart soar. That's what I'm hearing. Go with what makes your heart soar. If it makes you happy, do it. I think we need to not worry so much about the day-to-day routines. I know we're in Virgo season and that's what that's about, but I'm seeing like it needs to be fun, it needs to be exciting, and you need to really just go for what really drives you, what really motivates you. I'm seeing people taking, more action, more exercising, more working out this week as I went for a run, which I don't do, so that's kind of funny. I think this is restoring like some balance back in our lives too. I think we're taking back our power this week. I think things have been kind of chaotic for us. I think you guys have been feeling like, whoa, like things are kind of out of hand right now. And this week is, you may be thriving in this chaos, but in that you're taking your power back. That's what I'm hearing. I think there's some wisdom, some kind of wisdom, something like that happening this week too. You may have a conversation with somebody and you come off as an old soul, or you may have some kind of connection with somebody who really like ignites something in you, and it's like, wow, like if it's like helping you unlock something that's like, I've known this, but wow, like I hear like a lock opening, like you're unlocking something, the gates of wisdom. That's what I'm hearing. I think there's something with traveling too that's coming out with traveling. If you're planning on going somewhere, I think you should let somebody know and be aware of detours that may happen or some bumps in the road, potholes. Pay attention to potholes. You might get flat tire if you're driving. We have there's a lot of fire happening. So we have the Seven of Wands coming out right after the Emperor. Okay, with the Judgment card. So, this, again, with that awakening kind of thing, this change that's happening for us, we're stepping into something new. I think it's like we're ready to just jump into something. I think at some point in this week, there's gonna be some, I'm picking really heavy up on Scorpionic energy. There may be some really intense feelings that may be stirring up internally, but I think you guys are going to be reacting, like letting people know how you feel. But it's going to be, I'm just picking up, like, it's very intense. There's going to be intense emotions happening. And I think there's some things we should kind of protect ourselves from. That's where this is coming in. Like, we need to defend ourselves. We need to protect ourselves. So maybe it's a good idea to kind of stay away from things that may trigger you this week, because it may you may unravel. And it's something that can be avoided, and like, it's unnecessary stuff. Like, you may hear or see something from somebody that like upsets you and brings you down like the rabbit hole, and it's like you didn't need to know this information at this time. So maybe you need to take a step back or take a step away from crowded places, people, social media. But that's what I'm hearing, and it's something intense. It's gonna like trigger something, and it's unnecessary. It's not like, oh, you need to know this. It's not anything like that. It's just something that, you know, we are dealing with the moon in Scorpio at some point this week. So maybe when the moon is in Scorpio, which is gonna be, I think, like Wednesday and Thursday, maybe those days are when you should kind of like do more alone time stuff and not suppress anything, but do not suppress is what they're saying, but do some alone time things, and, you know, stay away from crowded places, stay off of social media if you can. Don't really do too much interacting with people, because I think things are going to get misinterpreted, and you're going to hold on to that internally and like self-sabotage. That's where I'm getting this like scorpionic energy, like this very intense feelings happening. So it's probably, I'm getting like around that Scorpio moon, which makes a lot of sense. Yeah. What else is going on this week? Let's see. We have the Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. I think some people are getting some news with their job, where it's time to leave or walk away. Maybe taking some time away. You may have to step down from your position. You may get fired. You may quit. There's this thing with quiet quitting that's like going around too. But this change, this job, whatever, losing this job isn't really a loss, because if you see, like, there's such a better opportunity out there for you, and it's like you need to leave this place of work because it's not for you anymore. And if you really look at it, it's like there's two swords on the ground, he's looking back, but you got three that you're taking with you. Three is more than two. So it's like, yeah, take that loss, but remember, like, you have all this abundance that you have in the future that's coming towards you. But this is something I think you guys have to really set out a really good plan. You have these goals. You want to manifest something, right? You want to have a better life. You want to have more money. But what does that mean? What does that mean for you? It looks like you're looking for more freedom, I'm seeing. So if you're planning on doing any type of manifestation work or whatever it is, I'm hearing pay attention to your thoughts. Be very careful with what you're thinking. Also, because we're in Virgo season, which is ruled by Mercury, your thoughts and ideas. And you know, whatever you're thinking is going to be more powerful during this season, just because it's ruled by Mercury naturally. So, and we're all under the same umbrella of, you know, even if you don't have major Virgo placements, it doesn't matter. Be careful of where your thoughts are going, because it can manifest into something real. So if you notice yourself having like bad thoughts, intrusive thoughts, whatever, be like, oh, okay, and like redirect that, you know, and do it without judging. That's what I'm hearing. And I always say that too, like, do it without any kind of judgment. So intrusive thoughts may be coming up a lot this week too. But it just, back to the whole, like, leaving the two swords behind. It's like you're stepping into something better for you this week. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. There was something else and I forgot what it was. Maybe it'll come back to me. Oh. Ooh. You're the High Priestess. This is taking, this week, like, taking the good with the bad. And you're finding, like, this, like I talked about in the beginning with the Emperor, there's this balance, this restoring of balance coming in. And I think what she's trying to tell us is, again, whatever it is that you want, you can already create. You already have all the tools and everything you want. You already have all of the tools, right? I think there is this major change that is happening this week, right? Because we have the Judgment card. This is like hearing some enlightening shit that's going to change your mind about everything, right? And we had the Emperor card when I was already saying that. I see new things happening. And it's like we have this enlightenment. Sometimes when you want to make room for good things, manifesting, bring in new things, it's time to like literally let things go. And because we have that Scorpio moon this week, that is probably going to be the best time to do that releasing, of letting go of that dead weight or that job or those people or those thoughts or those old habits. It's time to really drop that stuff, because it's like you're rewiring your brain. You're trying to set new habits, which takes 21 days. And this is what I'm seeing with this. It's like you have this set goal that you want. What specifically of this goal do you want? Do you want more money? Why do you want more money? What are you going to do with that? That's what you need to focus on. So if it's more freedom you're looking for, then you need to say, I am manifesting freedom and comfort and stability and happiness. Not I'm manifesting money, because money comes and goes consistently all the time. So this is what this is saying. Be specific about what it is that you do want, and the gratitude of what you already do have, because what you wanted at some point in your life is what you have now. And you need to stop focusing on the chase, is what I'm hearing. You need to stop focusing on the chase. You need to focus on the now, the present, and what you can do, and being happy and grateful for what you currently do have. And I'm hearing there's options as well. And I think there's a lot of stuff with the dreams and fantasy and intuitive downloads. I think you guys are getting really creative with your imagination, which is really opening your third eye. That's what I'm hearing. There's like this big, abundant, creative flow happening. Allow your imagination to run wild, to get to like all this the fruit of the fruit of your labor. That's what I'm hearing. I kind of know what it means, but that's what I'm hearing. The fruit of your labor. You can get whatever that is. But the thing is what I'm hearing, you need to take the good with the bad. And you gotta take the bad with the good. Whatever. The yin and yang, the balance of everything. Because when you look at the High Priestess, she's really focused on, she has that divine dark energy. She's feminine, so that's what the dark is. But she has this balance of, she trusts in the universe and her psychic powers that she does possess. And she trusts in that, and she knows that she has this power of being able to receive whatever it is that she does want. It's like she's the key to everything. And you guys have that power. And I'm seeing with this crescent moon, I just really think under this Scorpio moon, you can use the intensities of that to get into this really powerful, divine, feminine place to call in that manifestation of whatever it is that you do want. You just got to be specific about what exactly you do want. And if you don't know what that is, hearing journaling, if you don't know what it is, just write stuff down. Even if you don't know what to write, just start writing. That's what I'm hearing. Also, here in the number 7, so maybe with the number 7, something with a 7 is coming out. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles coming after. There may be somebody popping up from your past. I mean, Mercury is in that pre-shadow retrograde, right? So somebody from your past may be popping up. I think this is those old habits that may resurface during this time for you guys. But I think what it's really focusing on too is some ideas and projects, personal projects, passion projects, work projects that you've had like ideas of back, you know, whatever. I think in your journal, I think you wrote this down a while ago. You need to get back into that and start putting in the work of whatever it is. So if it was like a book or, yeah, I think it's something physical, like some kind of actual project you were working on. If you get back into this because you've kind of like pushed it aside for whatever reason, I think this is the week to really get back into that. And this is something that can bring a lot of value to you, but it's something you may not know everything about it. You may not have all the information at the time, but you should really start working on it. And I think with that wisdom, I think there's something within that that's going to kind of unlock something for you if you really dive into it. I'm going to pull like a couple more cards, and then I'm going to get into these oracle cards too. So let's see if there's anything else we need to know. Hold on, I just have like a bunch fall out. I want to know if there's anything else for this week that you guys need to know about. I also think I know last week I talked about the heart chakra, but again, I'm picking up on the heart and the lungs this week. So just pay attention to blood pressure, your breathing, stay away from smoking. So I'm hearing like just focusing on this area. Maybe you're changing your health habits too. I think drinking more water is going to be really good for this week as well. And then, we have the Devil card with the 3 of Wands. So, this is interesting. I think there is something you really want to do and you've fantasized about for a long time, but you're afraid to take that chance because of how you may look, you may sound. You're afraid of that judgment from other people. And this is something new that you want to do. I think it's something creative. I think you're trying to bring like these things together to make your own, but it's like you're afraid of how it's going to turn out because it may not be the perfect thing right now. And we're in Virgo season. That can be a downfall of Virgo, of if it's not perfect, I'm not going to do it, or it's not perfect enough, I have to keep doing it and obsessing over the small details. And it's like that can be important, the details, yes, but with this right here, you need to loosen the reins on yourself, give yourself a break, and take that chance, because you're not going to go anywhere unless you take the first step. And I think you guys really need to listen to like your emails, text messages, snail mail, all of that. There is something that is coming in for you. So really pay attention, especially if it's like you're trying to like network or get with somebody. Combining like networking, because it's like this is the 3 right here and the 3. I just think there may be 3 people from a distance or a third party from a distance trying to reach out to you. And this is something that is like very exciting for you, and you kind of do obsess over it, but maybe you hold yourself back from not taking that step forward. So maybe it is that you need to reach out to somebody to network or whatever it is to get to that place. But that's what I'm seeing with this. So let's get into the daily crystals deck and see what are some crystals we can work with. What are some other messages we need to know for this week? I want to know for the collective, everybody here. So we have labradorite. See the magic. See the magic. So this is the time, this is the week to really manifest and call in what it is you want. But again, be specific and see the magic in everything that already is present in your life, because that's something you did. That's something you manifested. That's something you created. You're able to have everything you have right now because of what you've done but prior to this moment. And this, I keep hearing, you gotta be in this place of gratitude right now. What else? See the magic. Labradorite's a really good crystal to work with too. I actually don't have any labradorite. And then we have celestite. Soothe your soul. So again, with like following what really gets you going, like, yeah, focus, you know, I just think it's more important this week to really focus on what actually makes you happy. And from that, it's really gonna like soothe your soul, set your soul on fire. That's where the passion and the happiness and the progression and the drive and the motivation really comes from. So if you focus on what makes you happy and all of that without worrying about the outside world, and you know, if you got to take that, see the magic in taking that chance, reaching out to that person, you know, what's the worst that can happen? They say no. Okay, whatever. Then you can go and do something else. Go try the next thing. The doors are not shut. Maybe one door may close, but you have all these other ones or a window that you can open. So if you can see the magic in that and soothe your soul and all that stuff, I think that's going to be really good for this week. Let's see. I want to know self-care also. Whoa. All right. So we have pleasure and sound healing. So this is pretty self-explanatory. But again, this is, I keep saying it, this is just clarifying do what makes you happy, do what makes you feel good. You know, and your creative stuff always comes from everything is about a foundation, your root chakra. Your creativity obviously comes from your sacral chakra and whatever else. But you need to focus on the root chakra for that foundation. And we're dealing with, first card we pulled was the Emperor, a 4, foundation. This is what we need to work on. And I was picking up on that scorpionic energy with the Emperor and Judgment, right? And Scorpio energy is very sexual energy. So this could be a very high sexual week or pleasuring week too. And with this is where you can really, you know, soothing your soul, connecting with somebody, soul bonding, soul ties. Or, you know, it can also just be you doing what makes you feel good. And then we have this sound healing. So listening to some sound bowls, a sound bath healing, listening to 432 hertz while you sleep at night. I've been doing that for years. You know, anything like that. Even meditating while just listening to some sound bowls and seeing what happens from that. Where does your mind go to? Where does your third eye travel to? And I keep thinking like, you know, there's some creative flow that's happening from this place. If you can get into this pleasing your soul, pleasing yourself, it can really help open up that third eye to have these psychic downloads. And that's where that wisdom, where that unlocking is most likely going to come from this week for you guys. So this was Tarot of the Week. If you have made it this far, comment an orange heart emoji, okay? And I will see you guys next week. And please make sure you check back in later in the week and see what predictions did come true for you and comment down below. And again, make sure you follow me on all of my social media platforms so you can see everything I post along with the Virgo season predictions for the elements. And I'll see you guys next week or in a few days when I have that astrology forecast uploaded for the month of September.